my name is Abigail and welcome back to Polyglot Progress. Last year in June, Matt and I made a video of our summer language goals and then we updated that in July and I think August as well. And I really liked seeing what my goals were and seeing how I did with them throughout the summer, so I thought I would do the same thing again this year. As you can see, this video is just going to be me. Matt and I have very different summer schedules this year, so if he makes one, it's going to be in about a month or so. But in my case, my last day was May 15th and then I moved out on May 16th. It's currently May 18th as I film this. And I don't move back to school until the end of August, so I have a lot of summer to fill with languages. And so I will make a video to update you either a month from now or 2 months from now and do like a halfway point video. But today, here are my goals. So for French, I want to be ready for my trip to France. And so in order to just kind of keep myself where I'm at, not lose any of my French skills and also possibly improve before my trip, I would like to read a novel. I actually already filmed this video once, but I was talking very quietly because I was in my dorm room, so I'm refilming it now. But in the time since I've filmed that, I read a whole novel. So I guess I've kind of already done this one, but let's do it again. Second, I would like to work on improving my accent. My accent is the thing that I am least confident in when it comes to the French language. I really hate my accent, honestly. And while accent in pronunciation isn't the most important thing to me in language learning, I definitely would like to improve it. So before France, I would like to just have worked on that a bit through speaking aloud every day and listening to myself, maybe recording myself doing some French and then listening back and seeing where I can improve. And then other than that, I just like to be using French, whether it's talking to people, writing things, reading books, watching TV shows, listening to music. I just want to keep up with it. And then other than that, I'd like to try and learn something new or improve on a grammar skill that I've learned in the past. German is my main language for this summer. Along with going to France this summer, I am also spending a week in Germany, and my German is very rusty and also wasn't that advanced to begin with, so I have a lot of work that I need to do. So my first goal is to have tutoring sessions with Matt at least once a week. I want to start and finish Enjoy German, which is the teach yourself book that's supposed to come after the complete book. Some of you may know that I finished the complete teach yourself book last summer in the beginning of the summer, and then I haven't really done anything with German since then other than a few Duolingo skills. So I think it's time to start and finish this book, and hopefully that'll not only refresh my German but also improve it. I would also like to get as far as I can through a memorized course that I've been doing, which is the top 87% top 5,000 words of the German language. I started this one last spring, I think, got about 500 words in, and then put it on hold because the Bulgarian add one thing was happening. So now I'd like to go back to that. I should probably refresh some of those words, but a lot are words that I know, and I'd like to see how close to all 5,000 words I can get by the end of the summer. I also want to try to read a book. Doesn't necessarily need to be a novel. Even if I can read The Little Prince or maybe some other children's book, I think I'll be happy. So I just want to try that. I would also like to complete the German tree on Duolingo. I am very close, so hopefully I will do that. Next is Japanese, which I started studying kind of when I had more time at school, and then finals happened and I haven't studied it since. So I want to get back into it, although I feel like my urge to be studying it has kind of gone away in the time that finals have happened. However, I've wanted to learn Japanese for years and years, so I'm hoping that it's gonna come back. My goals for Japanese are I want to make it through all of Easy Japanese. I think I've done like 4 lessons or something like that, so I want to finish that. I also want to begin working through probably Mango languages, although I think the Duolingo course for Japanese is set to come out in June at some point, so I might switch to that. I just basically want to start another resource afterwards and work on that. I feel like other than that, I have a lot less set goals for Japanese. I just want to see how much I can learn over the summer, see what I can do, maybe learn some kanji, learn some words. That language is definitely less of a priority and more for fun. Next is Spanish, which I am learning with Matt. We are doing this thing where we learn a language entirely together. So we do not go ahead in the book. We stay on exactly the same page. We do exercises together on Duolingo. We do Pimsleur's together if we're gonna do them. We are in the same place at the same time and can help each other, and it's almost like we're in a class together, just we're also the teachers at the same time. So the main resource that we're using for that is Colloquial Latin American Spanish. So we are gonna hopefully finish that book. I'm setting that as a goal for us. I don't know if Matt even knows that. Bulgarian, which is back, strangely enough. I have not touched the Bulgarian language since Ad 1 ended. I haven't touched many languages since Ad 1 ended, honestly, because it ended while I was at school, so it was hard enough to even keep up with that. But then afterwards, nothing happened. But I feel like I didn't get the closure that I needed. I do like doing an intensive project and then kind of pulling back, using it just in my life instead of still actively studying it until I decide to go back to it. But with Bulgarian, I feel like Ad 1 ended and that should have been my closure, but I kind of had to stop studying before that, and I don't feel like I really finished out the Ad 1 challenge because I was really distracted with school and I just didn't get to study as much as I would have liked to. And even when I did study, I feel like my brain wasn't fully there. It at least wasn't as in it as I was at the beginning of the challenge. So I'd really like to go back to Bulgarian this summer. I would like to just refresh everything that I learned and then hopefully progress. I guess my other goal would be to possibly finish colloquial Bulgarian. I got about halfway through that book. I'd say like a third of the way into Ad 1 I stopped using colloquial Bulgarian. I moved to intensive Bulgarian, but I would like to get that satisfaction of finishing a book. I just love that feeling, and so while I want to get it with Enjoy German as well, I want to see if I can wrap up colloquial Bulgarian because I think I could see myself doing that. I have so much time that I think possibly I'll add another language. My next general goal is to do languages every day. I've had this goal for a little while. I set it for the month of May and I have only missed 2 days in the entire month of May so far. One of them, something was going on, I forget what it was, and one of them was the day that I moved back. I did languages every day throughout finals. A lot of that happened to be French for French class, which helped, but I managed to keep up with it. I've missed 2 days in the entire month so far, so I think I can keep that up, and hopefully I can do it for the whole summer, even if it's just a memorize course before I go to bed. But I really, really want to try and do languages every day. I think it would be very cool, very beneficial. For Polyglot Progress, I would just like to keep us to this schedule. As many of you know, last week was the start of our new schedule, which is 3 videos every week, Mondays and Fridays, and then a podcast every Wednesday. So that's a lot. I'd really like to stick with this, as well as working on some secret Polyglot Progress projects that we are planning for things in the future. Hopefully we can make headway on those and maybe even let you guys see some of them by the end of the summer. My goal had originally been to try and get my TEFL by the end of the summer, and still that is, I guess, my ultimate goal. However, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford the classes / exam that I would need to do to become certified to teach English, so I don't think that's gonna happen. So instead, what I want to do is become a tutor on italki. These would be lessons where I would just basically have conversations with people and then clarify things if they need them. I think that would be a good place for me to start. I'd end up learning personal things about teaching English that I can't even get from a class because they're based on personal experience. So I think it would be a good foundation before I eventually get my TEFL. And if I can get certified in that by the end of the summer, then I will shoot to do that. Finally, last night I got back into Memrise. I forgot how much I enjoyed Memrise as an app. My current total all-time number of points is 465,000. So by the end of the summer, I want to see if I can hit 1 million. I don't know if that's possible at all. I think that would also take a lot of studying on Memrise every day, and there are other resources that I want to be using. I'm just gonna shoot for it. Sharing goals can be so important and so helpful for people, so I want to know what your goals are for either this summer, or if it's not summer where you are, then just the upcoming months, maybe your goals for this year. Just kind of share some of your language goals in general, and we can all hold each other accountable. I'll see you guys soon, and remember, practice makes progress.